And sandy beaches are by far the best places because you pull the boat up on the beach, it's safe, nobody slips, you don't have to have an agreement with the dock owner, just land on the beach. And so in exploring the harbor, we found all these small little pocket beaches, and we decided that, this was back in the early days of the internet, we decided that we should make a website about sandy beaches in New York Harbor, which is called newyorkharborbeaches.org. We made the website and took pictures of all of the beaches and information, and it was really, I mean, it's still up. It's totally out of date. It's probably 15 years out of date, but cataloging all of these beaches and getting a sense of this idea that these were natural spaces, there was a network of them, and that they belonged to the public just seemed like an important thing. The Parks Department had a really progressive commissioner in Queens named Dottie Lewandowski, who was a kayaker. I mean, she personally was a great kayaker. And she suggested to the Parks Department, why don't we create a water trail? There are water trails in other parts of the country where you can, you know, in the Main Island Water Trail, or the upstate, the water trail through the Adirondacks. Why don't we create one in New York with launches at different public waterfront parks? And she got a lot of resistance because of liability concerns. But she was, you know, the borough commissioner of Queens, and she was a very persuasive person, and she made it happen. So the Parks Department agreed that this was a good thing, and Dottie asked some other kayakers and rowers that she knew if we would form a group, a sort of support group for this water trail initiative. And we said, yeah, of course, that sounds great. And so we built a website that explained what the water trail was, and we also very quickly realized that encouraging the public to use the waterways via the trail meant that we had responsibilities, we had further responsibilities, and that basically meant ensuring that Dad didn't get an air mattress or an inflatable $20 kayak at Walmart and launch his family onto the East River during the ebb current and get swept into the path of whatever. So education was like the thing that we had to figure out, and so we really, this volunteer effort quickly became kind of a overwhelming responsibility, and you have to have the right boat and the right experience, judgment to handle it, and it can be a super challenge. But if that's what you want from the wilderness, if what you want is peace and tranquility, you can also have that. You just got to pick your day and go to the right spot. Jamaica Bay, or out here on a flat day behind the statue. It's wilderness, and of course there are lots of people out there who thought this was, beyond foolish, and particularly in the commercial, maritime world. Just like, what do you think you're doing? That you have no business launching small boats in this harbor. This is not a harbor for small boats, and this is dangerous, and this is going to cause, tragedy. So that's what we were up against. But I think we just kept coming back to this baseline idea that the water is public, the harbor is a public space. It was Mike Davis's big line. The harbor is a public space. It's the biggest public space. It's our commons, and unless we use it and lay claim to it and protect it, it will stop being public.